Yo guys and girls, and welcome back to Dr. Dave. So, going to be jumping on a bit of City Skylines again this morning. It is rather warm outside, so please, if you are going outside, make sure you put your sunscreen on, wear a hat, cover up. I reckon it's going to get up into the 38s today, and I don't want any of you getting hurt or injured by bad sunburn, sunstroke, etc. You may hear the fan or the air conditioning in the background. There isn't a great deal I can do about that because I've covered all my windows, so all my blinds are down. It is really dark in here. Turn the air conditioning on to try and get the maximum amount out of the air conditioner without the heat blasting through the glass. So if the air conditioner bothers you, then I'm sorry. But nevertheless, we are going to jump over into a bit of City Skylines, so stick around, enjoy the stream. I mean, the temperature's already up at 25 where I am right now. I totally forgot that we could just do a bridge that simple. Like I said, I am sorry if you can hear the aircon, but it needs to be on. There ain't no way I'm surviving today without the aircon. Right, that's going to be our little industrial zone. Over there, out the way, and we're going to need some form of residential zone. And we're also going to need some shops and etc, etc. So what we'll do is we'll take out this little joiner there. And we'll put a little joiner in up here like so. Welcome along there, Holiday. How are we? Hope you're having a fantastic day. As I say, it is meant to get really hot today, so I hope you're drinking plenty of fluids. Right, so we need some power. We're gonna put this as close to the highway as possible, so then we can just hop a line across to there. And then we need to then put in our water pump. One water pump and one waste pump. Nearly 2 AM. So where are you from then, bro? What's the temperature like where you are? Is it if it's 2 AM, I would say that it would be reasonably cool, I'm guessing. I'm in the UK, mate. I'm down southeast UK. It's currently 25°C here. We're meant to be having a heat wave today of up to 38°C, which, if you are in like America or somewhere like that, that's going to be like in the 100+ range. Farmer, I am a fat man and I am sweating already. I have the aircon on full blast and it still isn't cooling down. Washington, USA, yeah, pretty cool right now. It's about 80 degrees. Yeah, we're having a heat wave today and tomorrow. And that's going to be about 101 degrees over here. We don't really see a great deal of summertime in the UK, because the climate and everything's so bad nowadays, you know, like the ozone layer and all that sort of stuff. We see less summertime and more rain, and you know, like, so. Oh, farmer, mate, I know how you feel, bro. I know how you feel. I am feeling rather unpleasant myself right now. Yeah, that's right, farmer. So we'll get 2 days of summer that we won't be able to enjoy because we can't go outside because we'll cook. You know, it's like, well, how do you justify it? How do you justify it? Right, so we're going to whack the time up, we're going to unpause the game, and hopefully we will have a few residents popping in to come and say hello. Oh, actually, it would help if we actually put some houses and stuff down, wouldn't it? I mean, where I'm from, it's a lot of rain. It's been dry lately though. We have had some 100+ days a few weeks back, definitely too hot. Well, in the UK, I mean, compared to you guys, you know, we're a bunch of wusses. We moan when it's cold, and we say that we want it to cool down. Like, sorry, when it rains, we complain that it's too cold and we want sun. And then when the sun comes out, and then we absolutely cook, we moan about that too. We complain and say that we want it to rain and cool down. So, yeah, we're weirdos. That's about all I can say on that one. Yeah, we are. Us humans are a strange being, mate. Like I said, when it's winter, we want the summer, and then when it's summer, we want the winter. So, there's no winning, I guess. There is no winning. Right, here we go. We're unpausing the game. We're on 9 times fast forward, and hopefully the little settlement that we've got going on over here should start populating. And as you can see, a few houses going in already. We're going to try and do this one a little bit slower today, because I end up rushing and I end up screwing it up. So the plan is to slow down and listen to Mr. Tweety Bird up here, so when they start wanting, you know, they need waste management, or they need a crematorium, or things like that, we're going to just slow it down today. Let's say, Farmer, I have the aircon on full blast. I had it pointing at me, and it cooled me down so fast it made me feel sick. So I had to turn the air conditioner away from me just to be able to sit here, because it was making me feel unwell. Except my job is in construction, dealing with moisture and mold inspection, so now that it's hot, I'm on vacation. Oh, dude, I bet you're loving life. So is that why you're up at 2 AM drinking a beer watching me on YouTube? So we just hit our first mile marker with our residents, so we're going to whack the time up again. Let a few more of them move in. Populate the space. Right, okay, we got some buildings going in across the road as well. Need to whack in a little medi centre over here to make sure that the workers are all looked after. Well, don't be complaining, bro. Don't be complaining. I say, if you're on vacation for summertime, you get to enjoy it. I mean, you got, like I said, you guys probably get a more of a summertime than we do over here. We get, on average, we probably get about 2 weeks of good weather, and then the rest is just rain. We don't get very much snow over here like we used to. I mean, like I said, with climate change and all of that sort of stuff, it's very, very rare that we get snow over here, which is sad, because I mean, I'm a big kid and I absolutely love the snow. I prefer the winter over the summer. Before I came a carer to my disabled missus, I absolutely loved the winter. Going to work in the winter was my favourite thing, because it made you work your bollocks off to keep you warm. Summertime, there isn't much you can do when you're working flat out to keep cool. That's right, Jana. We don't need sun, we need RGB. That's why us tech nerds hide away inside. I'm originally from the Midwest US and have got a lot of snow now where I... Oh really? 1 inch of snow shuts down the whole city? Damn. Oh, farmer, honestly, I absolutely love the winter. I much prefer the winter time. Like I said, when I worked in the winter time as a window fitter, we would go to the yard at like 4:30 in the morning. We'd unload the van from the previous day. We'd load up our new job, and then we would go straight to the job. We'd go in, greet the customer, lay out all the carpet protecting sheets and all of that, get all the tools inside, and we would work solidly all the way through. Other than stopping for like a pee break or a cup of tea to keep you warm, that was it. We had no fag breaks, no nothing. We just cracked on from the minute we got there to the minute we finished, so we could get back in the van with a little bit of heat on the way home. So, like I said, winter time, you work your balls off. It keeps you warm. In the summertime, you don't have that option. You don't have that option to, you know, if it worked the opposite way round, we'd work our bollocks off all year round, but it doesn't. It just doesn't work like that. Right, okay, so they're asking for education. So, like I said, we are going to take this a bit slower today. We're not going to rush this as much, because I'm finding that by rushing, I'm making mistakes and the city then falls apart. And I don't want the city to fall apart anymore. I'm fed up with spending like 5-6 hours building a city and then it all falls apart. I get so frustrated and annoyed with it. Well, there's 2 answers to that one, farmer. Well, actually, there's 3 answers to that one. Answer number 1, you never shit in a customer's house, ever. You do not go number 2s in a customer's toilet, ever. Go for a waz, you ask the customer. And number 3, if you're working in a house that's a complete and utter shithole, never use anything. When I worked as a window fitter, mate, we went into some proper scummy houses. And it was the landlord that was paying for the windows to be replaced, not the tenant. And oh boy, I mean, I walked into one house and there was cat shit everywhere. It was all over the sofa, it was all over the floor, it was on the worktops, it was on the bed sheets. It was absolutely everywhere. The litter boxes were overflowing, the house smelt of a real strong odour of cat piss. Mate, it was absolutely vile. Yeah, I've been into some proper scummy places. Not by choice, I can tell you that. 100% not by choice. Well, I mean, I suppose you Cornish folk are a bit weird. I mean, like, you've got plenty of grassland to be able to do number 2s outside, Jana. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it in front of a customer, but I mean, whatever floats your boat and all of that. Yeah, I am pretty new to the game. Yeah, I've created successful cities where I've got to, you know, up in the 18,000s, and then the city just crashes and I have a massive death wave, and then we get into like millions of pounds worth of debt. Well, I mean, you've got plenty of farmland around where you are, Jana, so there's plenty of cow shit out there, so why not add a little bit of human one out there too? Right, what are we looking at here then? You've suggested for me to come onto this tile, but everything's locked. So that's why we're slowing it down today, Holiday, you see. Normally I'm flat out, balls to the wall, building, but I'm trying to be a little bit more on the button today. Damn. I say, to be honest with you, I honestly thought it was going to be a game that I had no interest in. I started watching Kibits on YouTube playing this game, and I just instantly got hooked. What are you complaining for? You're having some new neighbours. You shouldn't be complaining. I worked for a drainage company before. Oh my god, saw people's bogs like ripped out, a new one. Oh mate, like I said, like being a window fitter, going into some of these houses, they were, oh my god, you wouldn't dream of living like that. Honestly, you would not dream of living like that. Absolutely vile, mate. Trying to keep me industrial over here out the way, so then when we open up the next tile, hopefully we can go like, well, ideally I want a tile near the train track, so oh farmer mate, I believe you, trust me, I've been in that situation. You know, like you go into a customer's house and they offer you a cup of tea and you have to politely decline because their kitchen's a complete and utter shithole. I was saying, the cup that they're like, when they come out to you and they're holding a cup in their hand and they're like, oh, you want to like wave the cup at you, like, you want a cup of tea, and you see the state of the cup and you're like, no, I'm all right, thanks, mate. Oh my days. Really, Cloaks? No way, did they? Are you being serious? Why? Why would anybody do that sort of thing? I didn't start playing this till 2019, tried it around release time and didn't like it at first. Great thing about it is though you can play however you want. Ah, right. Well, I'm quite new to the game. I've got a few mods. I've got like the traffic management mod, this one. And I've also got the move tool so I can click on anything and move it wherever I want. But yeah, so I'm still quite new to it. I'm still on the path to creating a sustainable city that actually lasts. Oh, Farmer, every day, before I ever went to any job site, regardless if we knew the customer was good or bad or whatever, I used to go into a local Tesco's or Sainsbury's. I would go and buy a 4-pack of water bottles, like the big 2-litre water bottles. I'd buy a 4-pack of those. And then my mate would buy 2 times 2 litre of fizzy drink, like, you know, Dr. Pepper, Coke or whatever, and I'd split my water with him, and then he'd give me a bottle of pop, so we'd have a bottle of pop each, 2 bottles of water each, and then, you know, Robinsons do those little handy squirt capsule things with little juice in them. We used to have, like, the door pockets of our van were just full of them. There's like orange, blackcurrant, and summer fruits and all of that. Yeah, just the door pockets of the vans was just full of those squirty juices. Because it was just easy to store in the van. Ah, Cloak, mate. That is absolutely vile. Did it, when you was obviously pouring hot water and stuff down the pipe, did it back up and make it smell funny, did it? Worked for a moving company at one point, helped move a couple into a brand new house where downstairs and the need of 2 hit me, so I used their toilet, ended up clogging it. They didn't have a plunger because they just moved in and I was way too embarrassed to ask, so I didn't say, oh man. I remember the guy that I worked with. If a customer pissed him off, he used to shit in the cistern at the top of the toilet. Yeah, he was a right sod for it. Yeah, the customer upset him. He would take the lid off the toilet and have a shit in it. Just going to buzz the time forward just a little bit so we can get our library in. The hot water didn't work, piece of water pipe and loads of hot water, and oh mate, don't. As you know, I used to be a chef, Clokey, as you know, right? And when I first moved into the kitchen, they probably hadn't cleaned the oil from the fryer within about 2.5 years. And that's no joke. No joke. The oil must have been about 2.5 years old. And it was so badly burnt out that it was, oh mate, you can imagine. You can just imagine yourself. Like, I don't even need to explain. It was vile. Yeah, farmer, mate, honestly, it wasn't one of the nicest experiences of my time as being a chef. Yeah, nah. I've seen people do it before, Clokey, where they pour, you know, cooking oil and stuff down the drain, and I'm like, just keep the original bottle, let it cool down and pour it back into the bottle and dispose of it. It's not difficult, but you know what people are like. People be thick. Oh, mate. So when I worked in a pub that had been there since the town had basically been built, Clokey, right? So remember when you was down and we went into town and we went to the pub where I used to work, yeah? So that pub is that old that they don't have a full plumbing system in the building. So all of the toilet waste goes down into the basement into a sump hole, and then a sump pump then sucks it up and spits it out the building, right? So we was massively busy, bank holiday weekend. One of the lads went down into the basement to go and change a barrel, and they came back up and they were like, I can't change the barrel. I was like, why? They were like, the cellar's flooded. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So basically, on the top of a beer barrel, you have a plastic cap, and you have to peel the tab back in the middle of the plastic cap. You pull the centre back, and the cap splits in half. What somebody had done is they had pulled the tab back, thrown the tab on the floor, the tab had fallen down into the sump pump, got sucked up by the impeller, so the sump pump was no longer working because the plastic was jamming the impeller. So the whole cellar filled with waste water from the toilets, from all the sinks. Yeah, mate, it was vile. I had to go and lift. So there was a diamond checker plate on top of the hole for the sump pump. I had to go down into the basement in my work clothes because I was the manager on shift. I had to lift up the diamond checker plate off the floor. I had to put my hand down into the hole, pull the sump pump out. I realised that the plastic was in the impeller, so I pulled that out. But in the midst of doing that, I hadn't turned off the pump at the wall. So I had the sump pump in my hand. I've pulled the plastic tab out the impeller. The impeller's kicked in. I've cacked myself because I forgot to turn it off. I've dropped the sump pump back down in the hole. And obviously it wasn't connected to the outlet. So as the sump pump dropped back down into the hole, it sucked shitty water up, and it wasn't connected to the outlet to send it out of the building. So it shot up, hit the ceiling like a volcano, and went all over me. I was covered in it. Absolutely covered in it, I was. And you want to know what the worst bit about it was? The worst bit about it was that a customer actually complained to my head office and said that I had poor hygiene because I got covered in waste shit water. The customer complained to head office about me, saying that my hygiene was bad. I had just been down in the basement full of shitty waste water. Like I said, I got covered in shit, piss, drain water from the sinks upstairs, and then the customer complained to head office about me, saying that my hygiene was poor. I was like, I got a letter from the head office saying that, like, if I basically didn't improve my hygiene, that I wouldn't no longer have a job. I had to phone them up and explain to them what happened. And they were like, well, why did you do it yourself? I said, busy bank holiday. I said, like 12 o'clock at night. I said, what am I going to do? Shut the pub? So my pub that I worked at had a capacity of, what, I don't know, say 1,500 people. Like, that's like in and outside, like in the courtyard area and in the building. I'd say about 1,500 people. So on a busy bank holiday weekend where you're not going to shut till 3 a.m, the bar's absolutely heaving. What, am I going to come out at like 12 o'clock and tell everybody that we're closing the pub because the cellar's flooded? No, like, fuck, am I not? And they were like, well, you know, like, you should have done this and you should have done that. I said, look, I said, at the end of the day, I said, I'm the one that got covered in shit water, not you. Your business stayed open, trading, making money, and you're complaining at me because the customer complained about me smelling. Yes, I smell. I got covered in shit water. What did you expect? But yeah, it honestly, like, I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It was like, are you for real? That, you know, like, I've done all of this to keep your business open and making money, and all you're doing is complaining. Right, we got no power down this side, so we're gonna just buzz the time forward so we can grab a... Actually, we can increase the budget, can't we? Yep, budget can go up. That should fix the problem. Yes, it did. Right, that fixed the problem. So we don't have to buy a second generator just yet. But yeah, you can imagine how I was feeling at this point. Being told that I should have basically closed the pub, sent everybody home, and I'm just like, wow, like, yeah, you could have thanked me. A thank you goes a long way. Like, instead of being a complete and utter dick about it and saying, oh well, you should have done this and you should have done that, I have no idea, Farmer. It's not working for some reason. The bot is on strike. Yeah, I mean, changing barrels isn't that bad, farmer, long as you have been trained properly how to do it. So we just upped the power down here. It's saying that everybody's got power, so, I mean, is it because this building's missing? I mean, that power plant shouldn't be struggling. Oh, we're in the yellow. What? How? How are we in the yellow? I've built hardly anything. Okay, well, we'll build another one then. Right, that will keep them quiet for a little while. I already upped the budget to max, so I've just whacked another power plant in there, so I'll bring the budget back down, because we're running 2 now. These guys are talking about water, but the water's good. We don't need to worry about that just yet. Right, we're going to slow it down to ×1 because they're requesting more industrial. So we're going to whack industrial over here. Like so. Then we'll buzz the time forward again to get that down. There we go. We're on our way. So they're requesting another lot of houses. So what are you requesting now? A high school. Okay, we can do this for you. There you go. Have a high school. See, I'm slowing down. I'm learning. Where before I would just leave it on 9 times fast forward, and then I'd end up in millions of pounds worth of debt. So we're going to build another little cul-de-sac-y area to go over. Oh. So we're going to put a few more shops in down here. Like little corner shops. And then we'll stick some more housing in here. Might be able to run a couple of diverter roads up the middle there as well. We already have a medical centre. We need elderly care though. Gonna need a right, okay, so we're getting somewhere. Where that somewhere is, I don't quite know, but it is somewhere. I could technically turn this area in the middle into a park. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to turn this into a park. Paint a district. Paint a park area. small the tool and clean this up a little bit. No, no. Right, there we go. Got a little park. Do we have park entrance in yet? No, we have it. We just don't have the budget for it just yet. But if we buzz the time forward, get some of these properties built, and then hopefully we'll be able to. There we go. Little park entrance just there. Lovely stuff. So let's run a path. What the hell is going on here? Right, there we go. So there's our little perimeter for our park. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Look at Dave go! Yay! We're already a 1-star park and we've not even done bugger all yet. Well, they are requesting some more housing. Yet again. Okay, what's crack-a-lacking? Right, obviously we got the school in the way down there, so that's gonna be a bit of an inconvenience, but I'm sure we can work around it. Right, okay, so we'll pause the game for a second and we're then going to run our water line. Pass the time. Let's go. Right, let's knock the time back down. Right, so we're going to whack a load of houses in here. They are asking for some more shops as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to dezone this as housing. We'll rezone this as shops all the way around the park. because that'll be maximum foot traffic going around there. And then we will whack in a load of houses here. This is going to probably be overkill on the housing, but they are saying that there's not enough workers. We can always change this up later and rezone and stuff like that. Right, but before we rezone, we are going to paint a district. I'm going to make these... Oh, no, that's too big. I'm going to make these guys self-sufficient. So once this is built, then I'll do the same over there. But we don't want to do it all in one go because it pulls down your buildings, unfortunately. So they are self-sufficient over there. Right, here we go. Let's speed the time up, get some more residents in the town. So the best part about using the dirt roads, I know that they're not that attractive, but they are one of the cheapest ways to add an additional footpath in without having to pay for the tarmac road, especially when you're first starting out anyway. Right, we're going to slow time down again. It's telling us that we want to put in another recycling centre. Oh, there we go. So there's our second recycling centre. Let's go and check how our dump sites are doing. That one's 30% full. That one's 20% full. Okay, not doing too bad at all. Past time again. Right, so shortly we should be in need of nothing other than hospitals and stuff like that. So far so good, we're keeping them happy. We are going to increase their taxes from 9 to 12. That's about the sweet spot. You go anything over 12, they start complaining and they start leaving. So 12 is about the sweet spot. Not enough educated workers. Well, unfortunately, mate, we got schools and stuff. If they don't want to go to school, then that's not my problem. We will whack a few more schools and stuff in, but you just have to give us some time. Only problem is, if I don't have a hospital, when they get sick, they don't go out and look after them. Right, so we've got some childcare in as well. Right, should we start making our park look nice, shall we? Basketball court and a tennis court. Let's put the basketball court in as well. Right, we'll have to build a path going across there. That's cool. What I love about the move tool is, as you can see, the path doesn't look like it's 100% connected, so I can now move this and rotate, bring this right up to the edge of the road, so it actually looks like it is, you know, part of that path. Same as this one over here. Look, the path doesn't quite connect, so I want to move this in just a tad, rotate it. What we'll do is we'll move this one down this way, straighten that out a little bit to the road. Walla walla bing bang, just like that. Much nicer. I think we're also going to move this as well. Rotate that. Attach that to that path as well. That'll do. So I can come in and sort out that landscaping a bit later. Actually, let's see if we can. There is a way of nope, that's not what we want. Well, that little clip-on fan is absolutely useless, so yeah, she is. So that little clip-on fan ain't gonna be no good in this weather, Jay. Not at all. You're talking about the tower fan that I bought? Yes. She is going to keep that, yes. Control H and click the path to set it to the height. Right. Control H. Aha, that's it. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for that. That is much better, isn't it? So she has been using it. Right, that's better. Excuse me, stop being a pain in the butt. Yes, that Control H is absolutely brilliant. Cheers for that holiday, it's much appreciated, bro. So what we're going to do is we're going to also move this. Toilet over there, move this bit of park over there. It's going to need some form of a path. Right, let's do some wiggly paths now. Oh. Right, we're going to use the old move tool again, and then we're just going to bring this like that. Don't like them being too far away from the road, see? Right, we're starting to get somewhere now. We have currently got the game paused. What else could we put in the park that would look nice? There's another little greeny area here as well. Plaza Retreat. Ooh, bouncy castle. Who doesn't like a bouncy castle? Merry-go-round. Japanese garden. Wasn't expecting the merry-go-round to have a concrete slab on it, so we're gonna have to move that. Right, that could be on that path. No, they don't. I haven't seen one. Oh, there we go. There's a little water fountain. There you go. Fountain. And then we can also do like a little children's playground as well. We'll do a little children's playground in here. Get some benches in there for the adults to sit around and keep an eye on their kids. Lovely stuff. Right, we best unpause the game now because we've rinsed all of the monies. Gonna whack in a few trees and some bits and bobs into that park in a little while. But our population is growing and now they're complaining about shops again. And we've also got a fire. Where are the fire brigade? Ooh, we're having a bit of clog up coming into the city. That will need to be fixed. Let's take a road off of here. Stop bloody snapping. I don't want you to do that. Stop it. That's more like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, let's sort out the lanes. Right, if you're coming from there, you're going to there. You're coming from there, you're going to there and there. And if you're going there, you're there. You are going there and there. You are going there and there. Right, we're not having you numpties keep driving up here, so if you're coming that way, you're going that way. If you're there, you're going there. You're not allowed to drive straight on. Dr. Dave says no. That is much better. We seem to fix the traffic. Well done, Dave. Right, let's check traffic. What? How? Right. Have some more power! More power, Captain! Saying they want some more industrial. Fire hose.